skinny little urchins, Dory silent and shivering, and Cassie hostile and feigning indifference. He recognized the signs. He swore then and there they would never suffer a beating again. He'd instructed the governess that no matter what the provocation, she was not to hit the girls, not ever. She would refer all serious misbehavior to him. But he had to be sure. Cassie was clever and cunning, and not above manipulating the situation for her own advantage. She hit Dory, he repeated. How? And for what reason? She slapped her across the face, hard. Cassie gave him a flat look and added, For dumb insolence. Air hissed through Sebastian's teeth. Dory looked up. Her hair swung back from her face, and Sebastian could quite clearly see the red imprint of a palm on her pale little face. For dumb insolence. He reached out his hand to touch her hair, but both girls recoiled from the gesture. He swallowed and said quietly, Go and wash your faces, girls. Cassie, you did right to protect your sister. You will not be punished.
A good whipping on a regular basis would do both of those girls a power of good, declared Miss Thringstone, facing him across his desk. They lack discipline, respect, and all sense of proper behaviour.
I believe I made my views on corporal punishment clear. His fury firmly leashed, Sebastian selected a paper from the pile on his desk, the reference that had described her as the finest governess in the country. He returned to writing her letter of dismissal. Miss Thringstone tugged her jacket straight and stared down her long nose.
Without whipping, those girls will never be fit for any respectable society, let alone to fulfill your ludicrous aspirations.
Those girls will, in due course, make their entry into the finest London society. It was a statement of fact. Miss Thringstone refused to be intimidated. Of good birth and superior education herself, she had worked in some of the finest houses in the country, she said in a tone designed to depress the pretensions of the nouveau riche cit.
Mr. Reyne, I hardly think your own background allows you to appreciate the qualities required of young ladies of the upper levels of society. Birth and breeding is simply something that money alone cannot achieve.
His brow arched sardonically. Indeed. The governess stamped her foot.
I can teach any young girl to be a perfect lady, if the basic good material is there, but in this case it is not. Cassandra is wild to a fault. She is rude, disobedient, argumentative, and uses language more fitted to the gutters. She shuddered. We have already discussed that item she wears on her person, so I shan't mention it again, except to say that only a barbarian would carry such a thing.
He inclined his head. I'm sure she has her reasons. Eventually she will feel secure enough to discard the habit. Miss Thringstone gave a ladylike snort.
To allow an undisciplined child of mercurial temper to carry such an item, well, sir, it borders on insanity.
He shrugged. Perhaps. Yet when she attacked you just now, she used her fists. The governess pursed her lips. Quite. Now you said both girls needed a good whipping. I hope you do not expect me to believe that Dory has been argumentative. The governess reddened. Dumb insolence was the crime, I believe. He let his words hang in the air. She shifted her feet uncomfortably and would not meet his eyes. Sebastian said with silky menace, It could hardly be any other kind. Defiantly the governess burst out. In her own way, Eudora is quite as stubborn as her sister and just as disobedient, and she simply refuses to be broken of the habit of stealing. He made a dismissive gesture. Taking food from your own home is hardly stealing. Miss Thringstone's lips compressed into a thin line. Sneaking food from your own table, perhaps not. But she creeps downstairs in the middle of the night and filches food from the kitchen. We have plenty of food. It, too, is a habit that will pass when Dory feels more secure. Miss Thringstone persisted. The butler says that mice are becoming a problem. Yes, he informed me also. I advised him to get a cat, but since cats make him sneeze. He shrugged. Miss Thringstone stamped her foot. And will you shrug when Eudora, having seen these thefts go unpunished, takes to...